In this episode, I'm giving you 8 strategies for developing the work ethic that you look for in other people. How's it going? I'm up here at Lyft office, where I office out of. It's in Grapevine, Texas. You should check it out if you're ever around town. TheLiftOffice.com. Check it out. It's an awesome space. I'm up here on July 4th, nice national holiday. It's so funny, the different mentalities from employee mindset to entrepreneur mindset. When you're an employee, the last thing you want to be doing on a holiday is anything work related. I know I was the same way. But when it's your own endeavor, like it is for me now, it's so funny that you treasure these kind of moments when you have a place like this to yourself. You have a little extra time that people aren't going to be calling and emailing, so it's just funny. So I took advantage of that and thought I'd record a couple of these for you today. And I really wanted to get into developing your work ethic as an entrepreneur, whether you have employees or not. I found myself, and still do, I find myself, I hold work ethic very, very dear. That's one of the best traits I can ever see in somebody, way beyond their natural abilities or their talent. Some of the best people I've ever worked with had worked for me, or I've worked for. My favorite ones were the ones with just amazing work ethic. It's just something I honor. And I realize though that a lot of times we don't hold ourselves to the same standard that we would if we were hiring somebody to do the job that we're having to do as either a solopreneur or a business owner with only 1 or 2 employees. You wear a ton of hats, right? So I put together these 8 strategies to kind of help myself and help you as well. Kind of focus in and treat what you do on a daily basis in your business with the same seriousness that you would if you were working for somebody else, and you would expect to have to be accountable in these ways. So handy iPad here with my list of things that I wanted to share with you. So number 1, punch in and punch out. I mean, it seems silly, right? As a business owner, and you may not have to have a literal time clock, punching in and out, but even at a task level, schedule your day. You hear it all the time, but I know for me, if I don't put everything I need to do that day, not just in a big giant long to-do list, but actually schedule those things out, and you'll screw it up. You'll screw it up constantly, right? On not allowing enough time, allowing too much time, but the more you do it, the better you get. And it's so valuable to set aside those certain hours for just doing that task. It's so much more done. It's so valuable. And really, and one way to break that out is not just by task, but by role that you're fulfilling in your company. So, as a business owner, especially as, if it's just you, well, you've got to do invoicing, billing, marketing, sales, and the fulfillment of the actual work, right? So switching mentally back and forth, even if you're concentrating on one task at a time, switching back and forth mentally, you're going to get so much less done because it's still that bouncing, and you're not fully immersed into each task. So one way to break that down is you could even do by day. Like Tuesday, I've got to hit not answering an email, not answering the phone. That's marketing that day. Every week, Tuesday's that marketing. And some of you may not be able to do that, but you can at least hit, every Wednesday from 8 to noon, that's marketing time. That's what I'm doing there, no matter what. And that way you look down the road, 6 weeks later, and you've got 6 weeks worth of marketing done instead of, well, one day I'll do it, and trying to get 5 minutes here and there. Number 2, give yourself bonuses. These don't have to just be monetary either. When you can, do that. Have some fun and play. But maybe those bonuses are just, those things you've been putting off, whether, maybe it's food, maybe it's just a little more time, even to just decompress and go see a movie or get in front of social media when you haven't been on there, so you were getting your work done. But give yourself those little rewards. You don't want to do 50 during the day, but have those scheduled out so it's not some distant goal. 6 months down the road, you're going to allow yourself to enjoy some of your success. Give yourself those bonuses, and you'll be prompted all along the way to just keep at it and keep working. Number 3, be the boss and the employee. Again, separately, and segmenting your time. So the owner of a company is all about strategy. An owner of a company needs to develop the systems and the vision for that company, and then the employees go and execute on that strategy and that vision. Well, right now, that may just be you fulfilling both of those, but segment those out. Write out those systems that, even though you know them, you know what you need to get done every day, write them out as though you're telling somebody else how to do them and what needs to get done, and develop the overall vision of the company and all those strategies for how to do something, and then turn that part of you off for a certain amount of time every day and just go execute on that. Because I know for me as an entrepreneur, if I don't purposefully do that, I've got both things running all the time, because I love the next new tactic and the next new idea, and that's always filtering. So as I come across something when I'm supposed to be the employee doing that task that needs to get done, I'll get an email, I'll have an idea, a plan for a strategy, and then I'm down a rabbit hole instead of getting done what I need to get done. So it's really important to shift and really, it sounds kind of funny, but play those roles throughout the day and throughout the week on your business. Number 4, accountability. It's huge. Find that fellow entrepreneur or somebody in your life to hold you accountable. To what, you may ask? Well, to all of these things. And that's part of the process too. If you have to be accountable to someone, well, you've got to have something of which you're accountable, right? So that forces you to put your strategies in place and plan out at the minimum your week, so that this is what I've got to get done this week. And when you have that external force over there, it's so powerful. You can put money on it, make it a bet. Any of those extra little triggers, or have a contest each week. I'm a part of a group that does that with AJ Amix, just amazing guy, and runs a group there that I'm with several folks that we did a 30-day challenge like that. It's phenomenally powerful. You put a little bit of money down, and for some reason, man, it's an extra trigger to get you to do those 2 extra things that you may have put off otherwise. So accountability is huge. Number 5, accountability 2.0, if you will. Public proclamations. Find all your friends on social media. Get beyond just your 1 or 2 accountability partners and go make it public. Go let everyone know that you're committed to getting even 1 or 2 things done. You don't need a laundry list out there on social media. But even this vlog series, it was important to me to make sure I had several people and now the public at large knowing that I'm committed to 50 days in a row of this vlog, of this putting up a video on this channel that's has value to you, and there's power in that. There's real power in knowing that I'm accountable to folks out there, and especially when it comes from a place that it's something I really want to get done, and it's just that extra little push. All right, number 6, accountability 3.0. I promise it's the last accountability one. But make a commitment to your clients. You know, you can figure out something that you've been wanting to develop in your business, whether it's a system, it's an app that you wanted to roll out and you've just been putting it off and dealing with more of the day-to-day and you never quite get to that. Make a commitment to one of your clients, several of your clients, that you're going to roll this out and that they need to hold you accountable, that it's going to be the greatest thing for their business, and you're going to give that to them for free possibly, but you need them to plan on incorporating that into their business and get ready for this by X date, right? And really keep that dialogue going, whether, and you don't have to approach it that some clients, you're on a friendly enough basis that you can tell them, hey, this is an accountability thing, I gotta get this done, help me get this done. Sometimes it's not that casual, right? And you wanna gets it even more serious when you commit to that client who, really needs what you've been talking about developing for a long time. And so you go to them and let them know, hey, this is coming by this date. Here's the entire rollout that's going to happen, and now you're really on the hook. Now that's some accountability for sure. All right, number 7, apply for your own job. Take your job, or 16 different jobs that you have, and compartmentalize them, and really define what it takes to do each of those and what you need from somebody to do all of those. And honestly, make sure that you're up to the task of doing all those. And it helps that mind shift a little bit when you can think about each of your roles individually instead of this overwhelming barrage of just being a business owner. And you just have that big giant label of everything on you. And instead, you can find your strengths and weaknesses, and you figure out really quickly where maybe your first hire needs to happen, or if you have a couple of employees, maybe you need to have them do a couple of more things than they were doing previously. So that's a great one to really help you out. And it seems silly, it seems kind of crazy, but really do that. Line out everything you expect from that role, and then apply for it and see how good you are at that, and maybe how you can get better. Number 8, fire yourself. Now, this is kind of an extension of applying for your own job, right? In the last example, but in figuring those things out, you see really quickly what you're good at, what you really shouldn't be doing at all. And I totally understand. Sometimes it's just, you've just got to do it, period. You've got to keep up with certain things. You've got to keep up with the bookkeeping, and you don't have money to have somebody clean the office or whatever that may be. But 2 things with that. One is you kind of figure out really quickly what is the first hire, like I mentioned, that needs to happen. But also, I encourage you to get in your mind that some of these things can be outsourced way easier than you would expect. You don't have to think of a full-time employee when you need some graphic design work done. You can go hire a freelancer, go on Upwork. If it's simple enough, go on even Fiverr.com. But even going out and you've got client work, let's say, that needs whole graphic design, well, contract that out. If that's not your forte, don't do it. And there's 1,000 other businesses and other examples like that. But a lot of times we think of those things as, oh, I've got to get someone to do that, and to be sitting here ready to do that, and I don't have enough business for that yet. I encourage you to go out and again, if you've done these other items where you've put systems in place of what you expect from each of these roles, well, that's easy then to hand over to somebody, to an outsourcer, whether they're virtual or a contractor who's going to come in for a little bit and kick through those things really quickly and just do a better job for you faster than you otherwise would have. So there you go. 8 things to help develop that work ethic that you expect from other people, and really make sure you're demanding it of yourself, but not just demanding it. Actually have some strategies and tactics to help you get better at it. So if you like this, if you like the interview shows, all of these, please subscribe to the channel. Kicking these out every day and helping you get better, help me get better, and we'll do this together. Talk to you soon.